Hello, hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to another live stream for our Etsy shop with DoubleBookedCo. We have a couple of new bookmarks for you today. But before we get into that, we want to talk about the book club a little bit, as we normally do. For those of you who know, we will be having reading sprints following this live stream for the book club. So if you're interested in joining us for that as well, those will start at 8:30 Central Time, so a half an hour from now, essentially. And we'll share now what May's book will be. But for those of you who don't know, our April read is The Color of Air by Gail Tsukiyama. So that is the April book. So hello, everyone. It looks like Angie is here. Angie, I don't think I have seen you in the streams before. So welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight. Cool Gamer is here. Hello,
Hey.
hello. And Laura, why don't you go ahead and talk to us a little bit about what our book club can anticipate for May?
Okay, well, mixing up a little bit, we just decided like 1 minute ago, fully, maybe 2 minutes ago. Okay, so as you guys know, if you've been here before, May and July are our birthday months. So Dani and I pick the books for that month. So my birthday is in May. And for a couple of months, I was like, oh, I really want to pick this book specifically. I think it'll be really good. Like, whatever. I really wanted to read it. And then this other book popped up like in the last week. I'm off of my shelf. I was like, oh, I wanted to read this for years. Like, I think I got this in 2017 as a gift. And it's so much thinner. So I was going to switch. And then Dani was like, why don't we just do a poll? So we're doing a live poll today in this stream, and just tell whatever one you want to read. And that's one we'll read in May, because I want to read them both. I'll probably read them both, but this will ensure that I read one of them. So my initial pick, which is chunky, but don't be alarmed, it's The Chilbury's Ladies Choir by Jennifer Ryan. There you go. So again, chunky. This is the UK edition hardcover, and it's a bigger print size than standard American font. So it's pretty decently sized. Like, it's not going to feel like you're reading a 450-page book. Do you know what I mean? Anyway.
Well, and I don't think it's any bigger than the Amy Tan book we read.
No, it's shorter than that, but there's way more white space on each page for sure. So it's not going to be. It'll be shorter than that, even though it's about the same page number. So okay. Summary. Kent, 1940, in the idyllic village of Chilbury, changes afoot. Hearts are breaking as sons and husbands leave to fight, and when the vicar decides to close the choir until men return, all seems lost. But coming together in song is just what the women of Chilbury need in these dark hours, and they are ready to sing. With a little fighting spirit and the arrival of a new musical resident, the charismatic Miss Primrose Trent, the choir is reborn. Some see the choir as a chance to forget their troubles, others the chance to shine. Though for one villager, the choir is the perfect cover to destroy Chilbury's newfound harmony. Uplifting and profoundly moving, the Chilbury Ladies Choir explores how a village can endure the onslaught of war, how monumental history affects small lives, and how survival is as much about friendship as it is about courage. So, World War I fiction. And then the one that's been talking to me lately, that I really do need to read, is A Start in Life by Anita Brookner. So here's the cover. Okay. And look how teeny. I mean, it's so small. Beautiful, intelligent, but lonely academic Ruth Weiss studies Balzac, trying to work out exactly where her own life went wrong. Yet as she finds herself examining her childhood in London, the friendships that once meant so much to her, and the ill-fated relationships she embarked on in Paris, she sees that her life has not been quite the series of missteps she had once thought, that perhaps there is still a chance at happiness, a new start. So that's this one. It's supposed to be Anita Brookner's best book, or the more widely regarded. A couple of years ago, Sarah at Hardcover Hearts and some other people, I forget who they all were, read all of Anita Brookner's work together. I think she has 8 or 9 novels, and they all agreed like this was her best one by quite a long shot of everything else. So I guess if this is where you want to start or all you want to read for her, this would be a great place for it. This edition is mass market size with very tiny print, and it is 176 pages. So it's much, much shorter than this. But please let us know which one you want to read. Whoa, I can get figured out. And that's the one we're going to read. So please leave us a comment.
Yes, and that'll be a live poll. So if one person votes or 12 people vote within this half an hour, that'll be the deciding factor.
Yep.
Okay, so that being said, as far as the calendar goes, so you all kind of know where we're at and when we're at. Today, obviously, we're doing new product launch in this half hour, and then at 8:30 or whatever time it is where you are, in a half an hour, we will do reading sprints. And then in our next video, per se, so in 2 weeks, because we usually post every 2 weeks, so on April 18th, that'll just be a pre-recorded video with any of our new products. It'll tell you again what the May book is. And then on the 25th, so April 25th, which is a Tuesday, always a Tuesday, that'll be our live discussion of our current book for April, The Color of Air by Gail Tsukiyama. Then in May, it'll be the 9th. May 9th will be similar to this, where we do the new products for the first half hour and then start at 8:30 for the reading sprints, where if you're reading the May book, you can start that or whatever. Usually Laura and I start the May or the book club book during those reading sprints. But that's kind of what we're looking at for the calendar. Obviously, once May is over, it's going to start getting a little sketchy because I'm due in June. So depending on what happens there, we may have stuff scheduled. We may have stuff canceled. We will be putting the shop on vacation for probably 1 to 2 weeks, depending on my feeling. But it'll obviously be a very different situation. But just kind of a heads up, May should be regular. June is going to be kind of a little weird. But then remember, July is our anniversary month. So there'll be a lot of stuff happening then. So definitely keep your eyes and ears open for all of that fun stuff. So looks like we have Kim has joined us. Hello, Kim. I hope you are well. Andy is with us as well. So is Debbie. So nice to see everyone here tonight. Wow. Yeah, big group. Don't forget to vote. I have it on the scroll. You can vote at any time. Like I said, if it's 1 or 12, it'll be whatever is the most popular. Okay. So speaking of new products, so this week we have kind of a different kind of product. Laura, as you all know, Laura and I are reading Hannah Swenson's books, and they have recipes in them. And I'm like a terribly hungry gremlin in this stage of pregnancy. So all I can think about is food. And so we ended up making some bookmarks that have some food on them. So I wanted to share those with you today, and these will all be posted in our Etsy shop tomorrow. And I'm going to go ahead and get my screen ready for screen share here, and I will share those with you. Let's see. Okay. And as always, make sure you remind me if you can see what I'm seeing, because I can't see you anymore. Can you see the bookmarks?
Yeah, but they're lemons. Is that
Yes.
what it is?
Yep.
I'm seeing a small screen. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Let me see if, yeah. Okay. So yes. So the first set of bookmarks, the front side are these lemons. And if you can kind of see if the lighting is picking it up proper, there's glitter. So it's very shiny, glittery. sides on these lemons. And then what is different about these bookmarks is that they are not double-sided with another image on the back side. We actually have put quotes on the back side. So the front side you can see here on the left are the images of those lemons. And then we have 3 different sayings. So we have, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade, you're my main squeeze, and live with zest. So you can see we have 2 of each available. So here again is the you're my main squeeze, live with zest, and then when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Again, any of our bookmarks you can add tassels to, or get them with just a non-tassel. Now, what's fun about these is we will have the opportunity, if you wanted to pick your own saying, we can do custom bookmarks with these. So there will be 6 available that if you wanted to do your own, like pick your own saying. And to do that, you would just have to message, or you would select that one and I would message you and you'd have to let me know what you want. And then we'd go back and forth a little bit to make sure that we have the correct quote. So that's fun. So if you say, for instance, you really like lemons, but you have a different saying that you really like, start the day fresh, or, something about lemonade, you can always make your own. Same with the next one. We have a kind of coffee themed bookmark. So the front side has this kind of taupe-ish coffee color with a bunch of different cups and whatnot on it. And then those sayings are coffee and books are the perfect blend. But first, coffee. All I need is coffee and books. And same thing here. 2 of each are available at this time of all 3 of those sayings. And then you can do your custom. And there's 6 available of that as well. Then we have some wine. The wine collection is the only one that does not offer the custom. I did not have the material to do a custom on that one. But this one is, I wonder if wine thinks about me too. Give me wine and tell me I'm pretty, and all I need is wine and books. And again, 2 of each of those. And if you can see, some of the labels on the wine bottles are actually foil. So if you're really into foil, there is foil on this bookmark. And then for all of us pizza lovers, we have some pizza bookmarks. So those are super fun. And we have, I wonder if pizza thinks about me too. We're getting pizza after this, and feed me pizza and tell me I'm pretty, which I kind of like that one. And again, 2 of each on those. And we have a custom set on those as well. So definitely available. Then we have these jam jars, which, if you can tell, some of the lids, again, foil. So there's foil on those lids. And we have time to jam with my favorite fictional friends. Reading is my jam, and don't be jelly. This also has the availability to do a custom bookmark. These ones are just black and white, kind of just recipe and different kind of foods and whatnot, eggs, apples, all sorts of like baking images. And then it'll say, you'll eat it, and you'll like it. Favorite cookbook, and baking is my love language. And again, this one also will have the opportunity to have a custom quote on there as well. So 6 different bookmarks there for your selection, and the opportunity to do custom on the majority of those. The only one that doesn't have the availability to do custom is the wine bookmarks. And again, it'll explain it in the description if you're thinking about custom. But realistically, the way to do it for Etsy is to simply select that, and then I would send you a message and say, sounds good. What would you like it to say? And you can tell by the ones that do have verbiage on it, the more words you have on there, the smaller it has to be in order to fit on there. So I wouldn't have like a book on there. But definitely if you have like a favorite quote or you want to put your name on there, that's definitely something we can do. And I think there is 3 different kinds of fonts. So I would kind of discuss with you on that too, like which fonts you would prefer on there. And then those are all made to order. So we would get those out to you as soon as we figure out what you want on there. So those are super fun. I had fun doing those. That was the first time I actually used that method of thing that I did. And I can't believe it worked. I didn't have any error. So I was really happy with that. So that was fun. But yeah, other than that, those are the new products that we have. Obviously, we had some Easter products out, but seeing as it's so close to Easter now, I don't know that you would get it on time at this point. But if you are doing Easter after Easter, you can certainly still look into those. And Mother's Day is right around the corner. So if you're looking for any Mother Day gift, definitely take a look through all of our bookmarks. We have a lot of really lovely spring bookmarks, as well as some bookish bookmarks that are really nice too. So yeah, and mystery bags are always nice too. I know my stepdaughter just went through all of her books, and like she has the biggest unhaul pile I've ever seen. Like I have never gotten rid of that many books at one time. But then when I went through them, I was like, oh yeah, like there's no reason for her to keep any of these books. So yeah. So I'm going to go through those and find out if there's anything that I can pass along onto our customers, or if it's just a little free library kind of thing. So yeah. Well, it looks like we only have 1 vote so far, and that is for the choir.
Okay.
Kim already owns it, so that makes that really easy.
All right.
Yeah.
So far, Kim, you're it.
Yeah. Okay, last call for any more votes on the 2 books. We have the Chilbury's Ladies Choir or A Start in Life.
Or this one.
The one just looks so tiny compared to the other one.
No.
That is too funny.
No. And the author of Chilbury Ladies Choir, I just told you this, Danny, too, but her new book is just out like last month or something, The Wedding Dress Sewing Circle. So it's the same person as that. In case you're up on new. So, yeah.
No. Have you been doing any other reading this month?
Not a ton. It's mostly, of course, insomnia reading on my Kindle. And I am working on a Eloisa James romance series. I think there are 6 books in this series. And I have, like, really risky. I have book 4 checked out, waiting for book 3 to become available. And it just became available, like, yesterday or the day before. So I'm trying to, like, speed read that and then hurry up and read all of that next book within the next 5 days before it goes back to the library. So, like, I've just been reading little, like, parts of ebooks and, like, 20 pages here and there on physical books, waiting for this 3rd one. So now when I have insomnia tonight, I will hopefully get at least a quarter out of that when that just dropped. But yeah, not a ton of reading, just a lot of stupid TV watching, quite honestly. How about you?
I kind of slowed down in reading. I kind of in between a couple of different things, but not really like motivated to read anything in particular right now. So I'm just kind of like hopping back and forth between a bunch of different things. So like I am reading the 2nd book in the T.E. Kinsey series, Lady Hardcastle, which is fine. The lettering is so small. So once I start reading, I'm like, how much of this do I want to read? Because it's so little that it makes you tired, you know. But it's good. I mean, I love the characters. And then I started this new book called Slummy Mummy. So it's a British writer. but it's about like, it's a domestic comedy basically. About this mom who has 2 or 3 boys or something, and just the mayhem that ensues from just being a mom. So that sounded like a good book to read. And then, of course, London. And I think that's it right now. I mean, I have a ton of books that I'm supposed to be reading on my Hoopla that are probably not renewed now because I have not been paying attention. But anywho, so I think the votes are in. I think we're going to go ahead and say that this is going to be our May read.
All right. Thanks for voting, Kim.
Yeah. Woohoo! Okay, so the May read will be The Chilbury Ladies Choir by Jennifer Ryan, and we'll announce that again on our reading sprints in a couple minutes here, and then of course again in the next video. So if anyone's missed it, there'll be plenty of times that this will pop up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's go ahead and take a few minutes and readjust ourselves. I'm going to be getting a few things ready for myself to do. I have to get my headphones because I'm probably going to do the audiobook during reading sprints. So yeah, well, if you're interested in reading sprints, hang tight. We'll be back in about 8 minutes, and we'll read together. Okay, sounds good. Well, thanks everyone.
Thanks.